All right, Mr. Z. So as we talked about before, Home Depot always brings you the highest value, offers you the highest value products. And everything I'm going to show you here today is the highest value product at its price point. And that means maximum value and maximum benefit to you. So what I'd like to recommend for your home is the Milgard Tuscany window. And this window happens to be a Home Depot exclusive. The cool thing about Home Depot is we're the leader in our industry of home improvement, and that allows us to work with our manufacturers and help them design the ideal products for our customers. So this window happens to be one of those. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned really wanting maximum energy efficiency, and you wanted to reduce your energy costs. And living here in Southern California with the long hot summers, I completely understand that. Our AC bills can get completely out of hand. So there's a lot of different things about windows, a lot of different technical aspects. But when you boil it all down to its simplest point, what it really all comes down to is making sure everything's sealed in there, making sure the hot stays outside, the cool stays inside. We want the outside out, the inside in. We just want to let some light in. So the neat thing about these windows is that's what they do for us. Pause. So one of the biggest weak spots of the window aren't the seams here or any of the framing or anything like that. It's this piece right here in the middle. It's glass, go figure. But the one thing I really love about these Milgard windows is with these windows, these are premium vinyl windows, so you get a dual pane glass, 7 to 8 inch glass pack. And if you take a look at that, that's really thick. So double strength of 2 panes of glass really helps with the insulation. And when we're talking about insulation, we're talking about maximum efficiency. What we're really talking about is keeping the heat from the sun out and keeping the cool from the outdoors in. So with that, I'd like to do a little demonstration. I've got a light back here. I'm going to turn that on, and that's going to represent our sun. We've got a radiometer out in front here, and that's going to spin when it's exposed to UV light and radiation. I've got a little thermometer here, and we're going to shoot that right on our sun. And what does it tell us? Oh, we're already over 200 degrees and getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and our light is spinning around. So I noticed when I walked in your house here, most of your house is done with single pane glass. Now, the cool thing about single pane glass is it keeps all the rain out. It allows you to look outside, but that's about all it does. As you notice, it lets the UV in, it lets the light in, it lets the heat in, as you're probably familiar with. And if I go ahead and put the temperature here right on this piece of glass, this glass is already over 100 degrees. And you know that with the single pane glass. On hot days and cold days, you touch the glass, you know exactly what temperature is outside. So glass technology kind of advanced a little bit, and they came up with double pane glass, and there's got some airlock in the middle, and that acts as an insulator. So you'll notice the radiometer is slowing down a little bit, but not a ton. The nice thing about our glass is on the inside, it's a little bit cooler, but not a lot cooler. You know, what we could use here is a little bit more insulation. So for the demonstration, it's exactly what we have. Imagine if you had a dual pane glass with insulation in the middle. What would that do for you? Well, you got a nice cold window. The window's only 83 degrees. You notice our radiometer is kind of slowing down too. And that's going to come to a grinding halt because nothing's getting through. But what if we didn't need all the fiberglass? What if we were able to see through it? That'd be kind of cool. Well, that's why I love these windows. Pause. And that's why I love these windows. It's really cool how these work. With each pane of glass, there's a coating on the inside. There's a spacer in between them. And then these windows are sealed with silicone. And then argon gas is pumped in the middle. The cool thing about argon gas is it's non-toxic. It's a noble gas. It doesn't react with anything. And there's not enough of it to cause any kind of concerns for health, anything like that. but it is 6 times denser than oxygen, and that makes it a great insulator. So as you can see here, our radiant has stopped spinning, and the temperature of our window is 83 degrees. So it's doing the job of insulation, and we're able to see through it. That's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and turn our sun off here. So Mr. Z, you'd mentioned that when you went out shopping at windows, that you wanted just to get them and forget them. You wanted low maintenance, no maintenance, and you didn't want to have to deal with these ever again in your life. So the cool thing about these windows is these windows are these are premium vinyl windows. And what that means is these are made from virgin vinyl. There's no recycled vinyl in there. There's nothing that's going to help these things to break down. You're not going to get any breaking, any bowing, any warping, anything like that. 20 years from now, these things are going to be just as beautiful as the day that we put them up. And talk about low maintenance. The only thing you have to do is clean these. And they're easy to clean. You just shoot them with the hose. So you're not going to have to sand them. You're not going to have to strip them. You're not going to have to paint them every 5 years like you would with wood windows. And take a look at here. With that constant force tension control, you never have to worry about opening or closing your window. It's nice and easy. So if I could make these windows affordable, would you want to put them in your home? Thank you.